Hey everyone, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we're going to be talking about gift shop suppliers. If you have a great product that's perfect for gift shops, this training will give you some things to think about in regards to selling to gift shops. With that said, let's get started on
about selling your products to museum stores. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about museum stores is because I love coming up with new, interesting ways for people to make money with their products. That's what I do. That's my whole business. If you have a new product or an interesting product and you're trying to make money at it, I'm going to think about every single possible way to support you in that process. And some of it relates on you going after markets that maybe your competitors are not going after. And for instance, the museum store market is something that probably a lot of your competitors are not even thinking about. And so I love talking about this stuff. And so I'm going to talk quickly about the museum store market and things to think about in that space. And then ultimately, if you want to learn more about that, you can learn how to actually sell to these stores through my Retail MBA program. So anyways, let's talk about selling to museum stores. So the reason why I mention museum stores is because there is a museum probably in every city, county, state, all across the country, all across the world. And there's probably hundreds of thousands or more of these museums everywhere. And the thing about museums is that usually most of them have retail stores within those museums. So they're museum stores within the actual museum itself. Why do they have those there? Because people are walking a museum, they want to buy things, and they buy, and actually the museum stores make a lot of money for the museums, and so it's definitely a big business for them. And so what these museum stores are really looking for are either products that are related to the topic that they're discussing at that museum, or they're looking for gift items or new and unique, interesting items and so forth. And let's talk about that. So, for instance, when you're dealing with the museum stores, there are different types of museums out there, right? There are museums that are supporting kids. There's museums that focus on technology. There's museums that focus on certain ethnicities or astronomy or whatever it is for that particular museum. Most of the time, again, they have actual retail stores there. And so the thing to think about it is you can actually reach out to, if you have an interesting, cool gift item, museum stores could be awesome for you because they love cool, interesting new gifts, and they would love to put those into stores because they don't, if you go to a museum store, you'll see that they don't just have the products that are related to that store. They actually have food items, they have gift items, they have all sorts of random things for people to buy in that store, and they're constantly adding to that museum store. So the one way to do it is if you have a great gift item or a unique or new or interesting item, museum stores can be awesome for you. The other thing you can do is say you have a gift product that's great for kids. So what about selling your products to the kid market, right? To the kid museum market. So there's tons of museums that specify for children. And so maybe you reach out to all the children museum stores and so forth. And so that's another way that you can do it. If you have a great product for kids, go after the children museums. They have stores there and there are buyers there who buy products, and you can actually make a really interesting and nice living off of that. Another option is if you, say, have a cool, I don't know, consumer electronics product or something like that. Why not sell that product to all the cool new technology museums that are popping up everywhere? There's like engineering and technology museums are everywhere. And so that could be interesting for you and your product, especially if that consumer electronics product is also a good gift item. And sometimes they'll just buy random stuff that's just interesting and different because they want to be along the lines of what they're doing in that museum store. So my point is that you can go, there's endless segmentation within the museum stores, meaning what kind of audience you have. They even have adult museums, right? So maybe you have an adult product. It would go for the adult museum stores. Or maybe you just have a general blanket great gift item that would be great for museum stores all across the country. It's up to you. My point here is that you can generate big money by going after all these different museum stores and actually putting your products into the stores at each individual location. And if you want to learn more about how to actually approach and pitch the museum stores, please take a look at retailmba.com to learn more about how to actually approach and talk and sell to these types of buyers. And we talk all about that in the Retail MBA program. But the bottom line here is if you have a great product, or if you have a new interesting product, maybe think about going after the museums because, again, it's just another revenue stream for you. And that's what I'm all about. How are you going to make money with your product? Think about museum stores. So if you'd like to learn more about Retail MBA, please take a look at our free 6-part video training series. You can sign up for that for free at retailmba.com/training. Or if you just want to learn about Retail MBA in general, just go to retailmba.com. Anyways, this is Karen Waksman, and I hope this is helpful. Thanks so much.